Chapter 6 Food and Digestion. Time to warm up. Remember, a well balanced diet keeps you healthy and fit. Time to know. Health is important to all of us. Without it, we would not be able to perform our daily activities and make a valuable contribution to society. The food we eat cannot be directly taken by our body to give energy. The pieces are too far big to pass into the tiny cells of our body. The food must be broken down into small pieces. This breaking down inside our body is called digestion. This breaking down inside our body is called digestion. Digestion starts in the mouth. The saliva mixes with the food while chewing and breaks down starches into simple, soluble substances. 1. Mouth. 2. Esophagus. 3. Stomach. 4. Small intestine. 5. Large intestine. 6. Rectum. 7. Anus. The digestive system is one of the most complex systems of the body. It provides the body's means of transforming food to energy. Food first enters the digestive system through the mouth, travels through a series of complex, specialized organs which churn, process, and transform it into fuel. Fuel is mainly in the form of glucose, carbohydrates, and fat. Each life function performed by the body relies on a specific type of fuel. For example, the brain only uses glucose. The human body cannot generate energy itself and so must obtain it from external sources. Energy from the sun is captured by plants, which in turn are eaten by animals. We humans use these plants and animals as food sources, but in order to obtain the energy we require from them, our food must be broken down into smaller molecules that the body can process. This is accomplished by a complex series of organs known as digestive system. Different kinds of foods. What is nutrition? Nutrition is the science of taking in the right nutrients in sufficient quantities to promote physical, mental, social, intellectual, psychological, and emotional health and also fight with diseases. How does nutrition contribute to health? Proper nutrition provides the body with the right nutrients in the correct proportions. The 6 known nutrients that the body needs are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins, and water. These nutrients are present in a wide variety of foods in various combinations. The key behind good nutrition is to know which food contain these nutrients and to use these foods in the diet on a regular basis. Come on, let's learn more about this. Carbohydrates. Whether you are a child or an adult, carbohydrates are essential for life and these are known as energy-giving food. Carbohydrates are divided into 2 categories: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates include naturally occurring sugars found in fresh fruit, some vegetables, milk, and milk products, as well as added sugars in concentrated form such as in honey, corn syrup, and sugar. Complex carbohydrates include starches and fiber. Starches make up a large portion of the world's food supply, mostly in grains. Wheat, rice, and corn are rich sources of starches. Fiber is found abundantly in plants, especially in the outer portion of cereal grains, in fruits, legumes, and most vegetables. Fats. Fat is a nutrient and it is known as energy-giving food. It is crucial for normal body function and without it, we cannot live. Not only does fat supply us with energy, it also makes it possible for other nutrients to do their jobs. Actually, these fats give us more energy than carbohydrates. It consists of a wide group of compounds are usually soluble in organic solvents and insoluble in water. Chemically, fats are usually known as tresstars or glycerol and fatty acids. Your body does not require too much fat to be healthy. Eating too much fat will make your body fat. It can also cause diseases of the heart when you become older, and these fats can be obtained from various foods like ghee, cream, butter, cheese, cooking oil, and nuts. Example: animal fats, butter, curd, cream, fatten, and on meats. Vegetable fats, olive oil, peanut oil, flaxseed oil, corn oil. Proteins. Proteins play a special role in our lives since they are called body's building blocks. All of our organs, including the skin, are built from proteins, as are the muscles, hair, and nails. Many hormones are proteins, and the immune system, digestive system, and the blood all rely on proteins to work correctly. Protein is therefore an essential part of a diet, vital for development and correct functioning of the body. Protein is particularly important for children and adolescents. As they grow and develop into adults, proteins are used to produce tissue. Protein is also important for pregnant women. In fact, protein accounts for 20% of total body weight. Proteins are large, complex molecules that play many critical roles in the body. They do most of the work in cells and are required for the structure, function, and regulation of the body's tissues and organs. These proteins are found in egg, fish, meat, cheese, milk, peas, and pulses. Vitamins. Vitamins are the nutrients our bodies need in order to maintain functions such as they are organic substances that your body needs for normal growth and metabolism. There are different vitamins and they are named with letters from the alphabet. There are 13 different vitamins in the human body. 2 of these vitamins in the human body are produced by human body alone. These vitamins are vitamin K and vitamin D. Vitamins are organic compounds which are needed in small quantities to sustain life. We get vitamins from food because the human body either does not produce enough of them or none at all. Most people can get all the vitamins they need from a healthy diet. When you drink milk or eat a carrot, you probably do not realize the good you are doing for your body because they taste good. However, there are essential foods everyone should eat in order to obtain the right amount of vitamins per day. Fortified milk and tuna fish have vitamin D, which helps give your body strong, healthy bones. Carrots have vitamin A, which helps your eyesight and skin. Vitamin A can also be found in various fruits and vegetables such as apricots, nectarines, spinach, pumpkin, and cantaloupe. Green vegetables provide vitamin B, which makes energy and proteins within your body. Minerals. Minerals are basically the spark plugs of life or keystones to our health. Minerals are catalysts that keep our battery going and hold its charge. Minerals compose about 4% of the human body. We cannot produce minerals within our bodies, so we must obtain them through our food. They ultimately come from the earth. Role of minerals in the body. They maintain the pH balance within the body. Minerals actually facilitate the transfer of nutrients across cell membranes. They maintain proper nerve conduction. Minerals help to contract and relax muscles. They help to regulate our body's tissue growth. Minerals provide structural and functional support for the body. Digestion. Digestion is the process by which food is broken down into simple, absorbable substances. Digestion of food takes place in the digestive system. Digestive system is made up of alimentary canal and associated glands. The human body uses various kinds of food for energy and growth. To be used, however, food must be changed into a form that can be carried through the bloodstream. The body's process of extracting useful nutrients from food is called digestion. The digestive system is a group of organs that perform the process by which food containing nutrients is eaten and broken down into different components. This breakdown makes it possible for the digested material to pass through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. The digestive process contains many different steps that take place in many different organs. Process of digestion. The start of the process, the mouth. The digestive process begins in the mouth. Food is partly broken down by the process of chewing and by the chemical action of salivary enzymes. On the way to the stomach, the esophagus. After being chewed and swallowed, the food enters the esophagus. The esophagus is a long tube that runs from the mouth to the stomach. In the stomach is a large, sac-like organ that churns the food and bathes it in a very strong acid, gastric acid. Food in the stomach that is partly digested and mixed with stomach acid is called chyme. In the small intestine, after being in the stomach, food enters the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine. It then enters the jejunum and then the ileum, the final part of the small intestine. In the large intestine, after passing through the small intestine, food passes into the large intestine. In the large intestine, some of the water and electrolytes, chemicals like sodium, are removed from the food. Food then travels upward to the ascending colon. The food travels across the abdomen in the transverse colon, goes back down through other side of the body in the descending colon, and then through the sigmoid colon. The end of the process? Solid waste is then sorted in the rectum until it is excreted via the anus. Rules of healthy digestion. Kids from every early age receive a wide range of information in various areas of our life, but get very little, if at all, education about how our body works, what to eat for optimum health, and how to eat. If you drink water right before or during your meal, it will dilute the digestive juices of your stomach and will interfere the proper digestion. Don't drink anything for at least an hour or two after a meal. Chew your food thoroughly. When we start chewing food, our body begins to produce saliva that contains enzymes necessary for food digestion. So digestion really begins in our mouth, not our stomach. Food consumed in such emotional states doesn't get digested and absorbed. It ends up sitting in our digestive tract, rotting and spoiling, causing us various digestive discomforts. Digestive enzymes are active at a body's normal temperature. If the food is too cold or too hot, it will only begin to be digested when it reaches body's temperature. Eat only when hungry. Eat only magnesium and rich food. Eat more anti-inflammatory fats. Drink hot water with lemon. Do not snack between meals. Fact finder. The food must be broken down into small pieces. This breaking down inside our body is called digestion. Ways of preparing food. Many foods are not safe to be eaten raw or untreated, so they are prepared in different ways. Fire is used often to cook meats and fish, seeds and nuts were grounded or roasted on the coals and the shellfish. Vegetables and meats are also steamed and boiled. Washing. To remove poisons and bitter taste from some vegetables, they were sliced or ground into a paste and put into a dilly bag and hung in running water in a stream. Grinding. A little water is sprinkled onto a flat stone slab and the seeds were added and grounded into a paste or mashed using a small round stone, thus making a type of dough. Pounding. Some roots have a horrible taste to them. By pounding the roots with a heavy stick or stone, this taste would be reduced. Sometimes the root would be pounded, then roasted to remove the taste. Straining. Dilly bags or bundles of grass or even a depression in the sand was used to drain excess water away from some vegetables and plants. Boiling. Water was boiled using bark troughs and large seashells. This was used in many ways to prepare food. Advantages of cooking food. Cooking is seen by many as culinary art. It is easy to forget that it played a major role in human development. Cooking greatly increased the variety of foods available for consumption and decreased the amount of time spent seeking our ingestible raw food. As a result, our bodies evolved to accommodate cooked food, from the shape of our teeth and jaws to the size and function of our digestive organs. Good cooking habits. Make your cutting board non-slip. Putting a damp paper towel, damp kitchen towel or piece of non-slip cupboard linear under your cutting board before you start chopping will give you a stable surface to work on safely. Keep your knives sharp. Regular honing will keep sharp knives in good working order. Wear an apron. Aprons protect your clothing from burns, food splatters, and even mysterious holes. They also provide a handy way to carry a kitchen towel. Once you're finished peeling, you can quickly throw the entire set in the compost bin. Put away all grocery items as soon as you come home from shopping and throw out or recycle containers as soon as they are empty. Avoid cooking at high temperatures for long periods of time as this decreases the nutrient value of food. Preservation of food. The process of treating and handling food in a way to stop or cut down spoilage to prevent the foodborne illness without hampering the texture, nutritional value, and flavor is called as food preservation. In other words, food preservation is method of preparing food to be stored for future use. Food preservation involves preventing the growth of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms and retarding the oxidation of foods causing rancidity. Food preservation to a great extent means preventing the contamination of food substances. Preservation process include heating to kill or denature organisms, example boiling. Oxidation, example use of sulfur dioxide. Toxic inhibition, example smoking, use of carbon dioxide, vinegar, alcohol, etc. Dehydration, drying. Osmotic inhibition, example use of syrups. Low temperature inactivation, example freezing. Ultra high water pressure, example pressurized, a kind of cold pasteurization. The pressure kills naturally occurring pathogens which cause food deterioration and affect food safety. Many combinations of these methods. Food preservation methods. Drying. One of the oldest methods of food preservation is by drying, which reduces water activity sufficiently to delay or prevent bacterial growth. Most types of meat can be dried. Many fruits can be dried. For example, the process is often applied to apples, pears, bananas, mangoes, papaya, and coconut. Drying is also the normal means of preservation for cereal grains such as wheat, maize, oats, barley, rice, millets, and rye. Smoking. Meat, fish, and some other foods may be both preserved and flavored through the use of smoke. typically in a smokehouse. The combination of heat to dry the food without cooking it and the addition of the aromatic hydrocarbons from the smoke preserves the food. Freezing. Freezing is also one of the most commonly used processes commercially and domestically for preserving a very wide range of foodstuffs, including prepared foodstuffs, which would not have required freezing in their unprepared states. For example, potato waffles are stored in the freezer, but potatoes themselves require only a cool, dark place to ensure many months' storage. Vacuum packing. Vacuum packing stores food in a vacuum environment, usually in an airtight bag or bottles. The vacuum environment strips bacteria of oxygen needed for survival, hence preventing the food from spoiling. Vacuum packing is commonly used for storing nuts. Salt. Salting or curing draws moisture from the meat through the process of osmosis. Meat is cured with salt or sugar, or a combination of the two. Nitrates and nitrites are also often used to cure meat. Sugar. Sugar is used to preserve fruits, either in syrup with fruits such as apples, pears, peaches, apricots, plums, or in crystallized form. This method is used for the skins of citrus fruit, candied peel, angelica and ginger. Canning and bottling. Canning involves cooking fruits or vegetables, sealing them in sterile cans or jars, and boiling the containers to kill or weaken any remaining bacteria as a form of pasteurization. Various foods have varying degree of natural protection against spoilage and may require that the final step occur in a pressure cooker.